A young girl's cat saw a mouse and jumped out of her arms to chase it. She tried to catch up to her cat, but the cat ran into the forbidden forest. No one really knew why the forest was forbidden, and no one had ever entered the forest in over 100 years. Jules really loved her cat, so she took a deep breath and charged into the forbidden forest. She saw her cat got hung up in a giant spider web. The flowers were trying to bite her, but she kept running. Suddenly, she felt pain in her leg. She looked down and realized she had been stabbed by a mysterious glowing stick. She quickly pulled it out, and for a moment, her leg started glowing. Then her wound was automatically healed. As she approached her cat, she saw the spider, and it was as big as a car. No matter, she was determined to save her cat. As she tried to pull her cat out of the web, she realized it was so strong. The spider was racing for her cat. Without a second thought, she wrapped herself around her cat. The spider bit her. Then a strange thing happened. The spider fell over and shriveled up into dust. Jules managed to escape with her cat. When she first entered the forest, she was full of adrenaline and didn't take time to look around. As she was making her way out, she became wildly aware that everything in the forest was alive. The trees had big scary eyes and teeth. There were mini elephants and enormous butterflies. For some reason, Jules didn't feel afraid. As she was making her way out, it seemed like everything in the forest was bowing to her. She felt as if she herself was a part of the forest. As she made her way out, there were officers and firemen waiting for her. They were afraid of her. No one has ever made it out of the forest alive. The firemen snatched her cat out of her arms, and the police threw her to the ground and cuffed her. Suddenly, a deep growl came from the forbidden forest. Everyone froze for a moment. Jules was pleading for her cat and begging the officers to release her. The officers had slammed her down so hard that she had busted her lips and nose. As the blood leaked out, it mysteriously turned purple, and her wound was automatically healed. The officers snatched her up and tried to force her into the car, but Jules put up a fight. Another deep growl came from the forbidden forest. It rumbled like thunder, and these giant green vines began to emerge from the forest. The vines snatched Jules up, and the handcuffs turned to dust. The other vine snatched the cat from the fireman's grip. Jules and her cat were pulled deep into the forest. She was sure she was going to die. Then a curious thing happened. A group of women emerged from behind the trees. They told her that the forest selected her because she was special. Jules never knew her real family because she was adopted. Jules came from a long line of the most powerful witches. The forest lured her in by sending the mouse for her cat to chase. The stick that stabbed her was a test to determine if she truly was from the knights who once lived amongst the Telfernerites. The older woman emerged from the back of the group, revealing that she was her mother. The Telfernerites found out that she was a witch, so they came for her. They killed her father and believed that they killed her too. She told Jules that she spent 15 years looking for her. The people who stole her left for a new town to raise her as a regular child, but they were cruel and unkind to Jules. Jules and her mother embraced, and for the first time, Jules felt love. 'Twas the witches who enchanted the forest, keeping the humans away. Jules followed her mother along with the rest of the witches, and she was amazed by what she saw. There was a village deep within the forbidden forest. It was a true paradise, with beautiful waterfalls and cozy cottages. There were vivid colors, and the enchanted flowers could sing. There were so many mysterious and beautiful things she couldn't wait to explore. To her surprise, her cat could talk. Jules found out that her cat was her familiar sent to protect her. The cat explained that he couldn't speak in the human world. Her whole life, she never felt like she belonged anywhere. Jules asked her mother why she didn't have any powers. Her mother explained that her powers would come to her on her 16th birthday, which was tomorrow. At dawn, Jules arose with such a tingling feeling. As she walked outside, the village had a celebration set up for her. It was so special to her because her adopted parents never celebrated her birthday. For the whole day, the village celebrated her and showed her how to use her powers. As a gift, she was given a sparkling purple wand. She now had her true powers and a family who loved and celebrated her. She was finally somewhere she belonged.